jacket on the floor.
Oh, sorry.
Nah, I mean, like, it's fine. Do what you want, but you know,
I'm a sick man.
it's just like you're gonna wear this, like, and you got fucking dirt on it. My floor's not the cleanest, man.
Sorry, bro.
No, it's fine. I'm fine with it. Look what you did with the face, bro. Look what you did with the face, bro. Can you show that to the camera?
Leave me alone.
Look what Ben. I don't even know. Is that coming up? That's not coming up, bro. It's too dark.
It's too great. Well, you can just take a picture of it and we'll put it on the green screen.
We'll put it on the green. Yeah, we'll put it up in the background. That is horrific, Ben. Your dreams must be fucking.
My dreams is dirty.
Terrifying.
Don't talk to me about my dreams.
Yeah.
So welcome to the Don Folasko podcast. I'm Ben Mansour.
I'm Hassan El Kholi, I guess.
Do you ever call yourself Smelly Hassan?
No.
Anyway,
no.
We've got a great show today. In case this is the first time watching, we are a comedy podcast. We also review movies. We are desperate for money, and we'll suck your dick. If you subscribe, like, and comment. We won't actually do that third thing. Honestly, we might not even make you laugh.
But God damn it, we'll try. God damn it, we'll try.
Don't give him ammunition.
Yeah, for real.
Come on, you fucking monsters. So, tell me about your week, Cass.
It's bleak. Bleak, man. Just a lot of like inward searching.
Yeah.
And then finding nothing, and then realizing, wow, I've got nothing about me. I've got no substance. Asked the shopkeeper. I said, "Do you like me?" And he said, "Who are you?" I said, "I'm the guy who comes in every day, buys milk.
Every day.
I come in and buy 2 gallons of milk every day."
Said, 2 gallons.
2 gallons. I buy. I keep them really for storage, but they go off. That's the only thing. So I need to keep buying. I need to keep buying them over and over.
Do you think you should just buy maybe a pint?
I think I need to find new friends, bro.
Yeah.
Like
just to share this milk with.
Yeah, because the shop. I asked him if he would come up, and he was just like, "Get out of my shop."
Get out of the shop.
But he didn't recognize me when I came back in. Hence, not really having a personality.
Forgettable.
You know, he just didn't. Forgettable.
Forgettable.
Empty.
Smelly.
Loves milk. By the gallon.
By the gallon.
God damn.
God in heaven.
How about you, man? What have you been up to? Working? Working hard?
All those things and more, girl.
Well, I mean, you put up... I don't know. It's so weird, the timeline of when these...
We should talk about our current videos last week.
So we should... I don't even know what the fuck is coming up next. But, okay, but...
We put up the... Max Clifton reviews the canal.
Yeah.
I think it's funny. I think it went well.
I fucking loved it. Recording that was one of the funnest, maybe the funnest thing I've done since buying the last 2 gallons of milk.
Yeah.
At the corner shop, man.
Since you went to the corner shop owner.
Seriously though,
he's a good man.
He is. It seriously. I mean, 1, fucking hilarious, Ben. You should go watch it, and 2. It was just fun. It was fun like, to record. Fun recording it.
We also got an extra subscriber from that.
Your mum?
It's rude to. We should. It's a faux pas to talk about how many subscribers you have. It's sort of like no one wants to hear that. But let me tell you right now, we jumped from 32 to 33 because I watched it on someone's phone.
And press subscribe.
And then press subscribe. And they're like, I don't want to subscribe. I was like, too late. And that's one of my closest friends. Imagine that.
It's gonna drop back to 32 in like a week. They'll be like, I really don't want to see this shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're getting there slowly but surely. But if you're seeing this, do remember to subscribe. We've got all the contact info here. That one I think might be the email. Emails about here.
Let me tell you right now, this one's outdated because the name.
The way you took your finger away, you're like. What the fuck, dude?
Let me tell you right now. So, actually, we have a jam-packed episode for you today. We've got 2 movie reviews coming up.
Yay!
We have 2, and then we've got some texts for you, Hassan. Last week we introduced the segment. What was it called? Dear Hassan.
Dear Hassan.
That was so popular last week. We upped it
to text
from
messaging
1
form.
to 3, but they were always texting. If you want to text Hassan, it's email this number, or you can call him on anytime. But first, some news, Hassan.
Okay, did you want me to make it up, or
Can you make up some news?
Jeremy Corbyn?
Yes, go for it.
Run up to the election.
Yes.
What did he
Murder.
do? No.
Make it juicy.
I'm trying to think.
Fake
I'm trying to fake
news,
it.
baby.
Fake it up. Okay. Gives birth
Legislation.
to his own father.
Wow.
I don't know. Is that fake enough?
Unreal.
Is that
That
fake
is
enough?
what you call fake news. No, on more real news, they finally found a cure for alcoholism. Have you heard about this?
No, is it just not drinking?
Well, yes. Not alcoholism, because there's actually a difference between alcohol dependency and alcoholism. I think...
Alcoholism is when you're having fun with it.
So,
Hey.
I think when you're an alcoholic, a genuine alcoholic, although that sounds like dependent as well, you can't stop drinking, because if you stop drinking, you die.
Shit. Fucking hell. That's what you tell.
cold
I love it.
turkey.
That's what you tell everybody.
I can't stop drinking, I'll die, man. But there are people who are just like super drunk and they need to just let it. You just need to stop.
Okay.
Anyway, no. I set it up for the joke and then I put a weird sad part in about.
Well, I
man
mean,
dying.
I'm still laughing.
Forgot to actually do the
Still,
punchline.
yeah.
So, do you know what the cure is for alcoholism?
No.
Ketamine.
Hey.
No, it's not a joke. It's real. It's real.
Are you taking a piss?
Yeah, no, real deal. A man called Dr. Ravi Das,
Fake
which,
news.
by the way,
Ravi
like,
Das.
sounds like a drug dealer.
Yeah, for real. This is his best.
I'm gonna go see Das.
This is his best way.
Ravi Das. He, clinical drug dealer. What he did was he tested people.
Yeah.
By, like, he would put, you know, in like Clockwork Orange, he would put toothpicks under the eyes and sit there like that.
Yeah.
They did that, but instead of that, they pumped ketamine into their veins.
And showed them grotesque images of like, women being raped and murder, yeah? Is that what it is?
And it reduced the want to drink, you know?
Probably.
I've already off my tits on ketamine, I don't need a drink. No. So apparently,
So, they switch the dependency? They switch it
No. What they did, so apparently ketamine has a weird way of messing up with memories. And what
That doesn't sound smart.
messing with your
One
goddamn
flew over the
memories.
cuckoo's nest shit, bro.
They're taking my memories. Selling them to fucking Cyberdyne Industries so that the robots have real memories.
Yeah, for real. One day. That isn't a film. It's Mark Zuckerberg's dreamland future, bro.
Anyway.
All the robots have his face.
I am
Mark.
please.
But yeah,
So what they did was they showed alcoholics.
Yeah.
They put a pint of beer in front of them. And then they showed them pictures. They said, don't drink it yet. Wino. And then they showed them pictures of people having a good time enjoying a beer.
Oh, I thought you meant on ketamine.
I'm in a spaceship. I'm in a spaceship. Dad, I'm in a spaceship. On ketamine. No. Having a nice time drinking a beer.
Yeah.
And then they were like, nah, you can drink your beer, mate.
Yeah.
And they were fucking like, ooh, no, I really feel like a beer.
Yeah.
Made them, you know.
Yeah.
The next day they showed them the same pictures but didn't let them drink the beer.
Okay. What, electric shock therapy?
And they're like, I really want...
Yeah. You're like, you sure?
I want a beer. Parched.
Are you sure I can't drink it?
Thirsty. But instead of a beer, they pumped ketamine into their veins. And apparently, the way this works, apparently, according to my very, very tiny knowledge of science, is that it fucks up their brains so they don't want to drink anymore.
Jesus, that is... Why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I think of that? They might as well just do shock therapy if they're gonna fucking do that, man. That's like... You can't, like... But surely... So after a while, they reduce the The level
No,
going in.
apparently it's one dose. That's it.
Shit.
You have one dose of ketamine.
K is like special K, isn't that the shit they used to give horses?
Horse tranquilizer. That's right. But what puts horses to sleep gets humans off their fucking nuts, mate.
Beautiful, man. If only we could all take ketamine to have better lives, man. Maybe that's what we need to be doing, man. I've got a bad social anxiety.
Yeah.
Should I be taking ketamine
I mean, well,
because that might work, man.
Cured alcoholism.
Do you know what I mean?
Could cure who knows what else.
Let's fucking do it, man.
Next.
Sure.
82-year-old woman.
Yeah.
Bodybuilder.
Right.
Beats up an intruder who broke into her house. I can't remember her name. I didn't write down her name. How bad is that?
Well, why would we need to write her name? Because she might get a second attempt on her life.
Imagine though.
So wait.
82-year-old bodybuilder.
So. Okay. So what? Run me through. Did it go through the whole scenario?
Yes.
What happened?
In great detail.
What happened?
29-year-old man breaks into this old lady's house. He doesn't realize she's a world champion fucking bodybuilder. I love these reverse social justice. I love the reverse social justice.
Yeah, I mean.
So you think she should have been fucking raped and murdered?
A little bit, man. No, but like obviously the thing that should have happened.
The reversal.
Yeah.
Comma. Social justice.
Social justice. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Semicolon.
So yeah, maybe. Full stop. Social justice. I don't know, but yeah. She sees him. This is like dead or not.
She's a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
He breaks into her house.
Right.
She also has a gun. Shoots him with a gun.
Shit.
No, that's not it. It wouldn't have mattered that she was a bodybuilder if that was the story. Although it would have been a funnier story.
Yeah. But what, she just like gets one of her barbells?
She's like, she jumps on his back at one point, she's punching him, and then she sprays shampoo in his eyes.
What the fuck?
I don't know. That bit kind of weirded me out a bit.
Damn. I've always thought, how would I deal with an intruder?
Yeah, shampoo.
And you know what I think I'll do? The sheet over my head.
Ku Klux Klan. You do the old the KKK technique.
Come with a burning.
You just scare. Yeah. Like, okay, dude.
Hoping they're black. When I go downstairs, I'll be like, 50% chance, man. It could.
Is that the correct percentage? Because if it's not, you're a racist.
The only thing is, in my head when I said that, there was only two races in the world. It was like white and black. I'm thinking of like the genders, bro.
You're thinking of the genders. White and black.
Yeah.
White and black. Let me tell you today what I tried, right?
Ketamine.
Biscuity base.
With ketamine.
No.
Oh.
Jammy center. Cornflakes on top.
Wait, what?
Cornflakes covered in honey. It was the weirdest. And then I was like, what dessert is this? What name would you even give that dessert?
Biscuity base.
Biscuity
base cherry.
Base. I call
cherry
it
honey.
Sailor Boy.
So wait, was it like a cake kind of thing?
No, biscuity base.
So what, was it just one little biscuit?
It must have been a shortbread base,
yeah.
but rolled thin.
Yeah.
Jam, like proper, like sharp jam, like, you know, jam can be sweet, but also jam can be a bit like, bitter.
Yeah.
And then cornflakes on top, which, by the way, mums out there, cornflakes, when you add cornflakes to a dessert, that is the laziest.
What about if you put the
worst.
Chocolate on the cornflakes?
Then we're talking about something.
You know what I mean?
I would rather just drink the chocolate that you put on the cornflakes.
Boiling, yeah? Fresh from the saucepan. Fresh from the... fucking rips.
With a funnel. Could you imagine, right? Take out the middleman. Who needs taste, bro? Just shove a tube down your stomach.
Yeah, for real.
Attach that to a funnel.
Then
then just pour boiling hot chocolate into
directly.
Your stomach. You can't even taste it. You can just feel yourself melting from the inside.
That might be the new trend, man. You see guys walking down the street with like a little tube just poking out their mouth.
Wish I was dead.
And they're just... anytime they go, they like pouring Skittles down their throat and shit.
Oh my god.
Be awesome, man.
Can the human body? Can you drink boiling hot water? I know it fucks up your tongue.
I drink.
But if it drink, yeah, but you don't drink boiling hot. You drink like 60 degrees hot water.
I don't know. It's
tea. You drink tea, bro. That's different. You put milk in your tea.
Wait. So when the kettle boils,
Yeah.
isn't that at like boiling temperature?
Do you drink it straight out of the kettle?
I just pour it on my fucking face. Got like scars all along my body and mouth. No, I just like, I don't know. Like, is that if you pour it in the? I guess the cup would automatically reduce the temperature.
I guess.
Yeah. 60 degrees, you're saying?
No, I think a cup of tea is normally around 70 degrees.
Been living a lie, man. I thought I've been drinking boiling water my whole...
You blow on it, cools it down.
Yeah, it's true.
But if you drink boiling water, how hot does the water need to be before it like starts melting the inside of your stomach?
That is a terrible question, man.
So, let me tell you the film that I watched this week. Oh, no, I didn't watch a film. I watched Surviving R. Kelly.
You said you saw two.
Two.
Surviving R. Kelly's one of them.
Surviving R. Kelly.
Damn, you know I've not fucking seen it. That was one thing I could maybe have fucking joined in this conversation with.
Well,
fucking,
there you go.
It's got to just be between you and the viewer. No, I guess, man.
But I'll tell you things about it.
Yeah, go ahead.
You could be a viewer surrogate.
You know what? The only thing that I do know about the R. Kelly thing is the insane interview that he did, which was the funniest. I know it's tragic because it involves like people being fucking, abused,
Abducted
and abducted. But fuck me, his reaction's like priceless.
What did he say? I can't remember.
You've never seen the interview? Wait, surely it's.
You're telling me, man.
Awful.
He basically has like a complete breakdown and like cries for like a 10-minute interview.
Oh Lord.
And he's just like basically keeps going on about how innocent he is.
Yeah.
And the more he goes on, the louder he becomes.
The more you start to believe him.
The more you're like, maybe this shit is true.
I mean, no one this guilty would pretend to be so innocent.
You know what I mean?
So, in case you're not sure, R. Kelly, who, by the way, in watching this documentary, realised is probably one of the greatest musicians of all time.
Yeah,
unbelievably
I was singing one of his songs.
talented
I was
musician.
singing one of his songs the other day, and I was like, "Am I allowed to fucking do this?
Am I allowed to sing this
and
anymore?
the person next to me was like, "No, you're not allowed to sing R. Kelly anymore." I was
Were
like,
you singing it into her ear?
No, whispering it slowly. No. But I mean, still, I'm a bit upset that like now I can't ever really listen
Sing
to
an R. Kelly song.
Even think about it.
What's made so R. Kelly? In case you're not aware of this, R. Kelly, what he was doing was, convincing incredibly young women to
Go away with him.
to go all the way.
Not even that.
All
To
the
go
way.
to join his commune,
And then they would join his cult.
which was like a fake singing camp.
Is that what it was?
It was like he would take them because he said that he believed they were like aspiring singers.
Yeah.
And they would maybe do some singing, but it was mainly just so he could
but they were
sleep
just
with
so
like a whole ream
young.
of women.
And what's funny is that. No, not funny. Sorry, that's the wrong word. What's terrible is that these people. He convinced all these women. And then they would slowly go through like all the stages of abuse, like, and how he would test what he could do with people. He'd end up making them call him like daddy. He would keep them in his house. Like at one point, his wife would have to ask if she could like come downstairs and stuff.
Terrible.
It's awful. And there's this one guy they keep coming
to. He had a wife the whole time?
He's had a few wives. One of them was Aaliyah, and she was 15 years old. And what's funny is that everyone knew about it, but people were just like, that's cool, that's just what happens in life. Sometimes
They were like, he got in early.
a famous dude marries a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
Anyway, she... Terrible. She... pardon me. There's this one guy, they keep coming back to him, and he's like, I went to the recording studio, and I went into this one room, and there was this young girl in there. I went to this other room, and there was like this young girl in there lying in the bed waiting for Robert. And then I went to this third room. There was this young girl in there. I thought, what's going on here? And I just knew at that point that I wanted nothing to do with this guy. I wanted nothing to do with him. Come back to him later, and he's like, I went to this party at Robert's house this one time, and there was this naked girl there. It's the kind of place, it's the kind of place where you might see something like that. But I just looking at it, and I was like, I didn't ask for ID. But when I saw it, you can tell that she was very young, and I just thought, I don't want nothing to do with this. And it's like the first time he's like, I don't want anything to do with this. You're like, oh, he must never see R. Kelly again. He is never stopping seeing R. Kelly. They come back to him again. He's like, once I went in there, I was like, oh my God, so many teenage girls, and they're all sucking off R. Kelly. I don't know what's going on here, man. I don't want nothing to do with it. And you just think, at what point were you like, time? Actually, I did want something to do with it, because R. Kelly was the greatest. R. Kelly was the best.
Did he literally use the same phrase from the Dewey Cox story?
Yeah, he did.
Literally.
No, I
did. You don't want nothing to do with this, man. I did,
pretending to be him. But he did actually, if you watch the documentary, the guy who I'm doing the voice of actually does sound quite a lot like the actor who plays him, whose name shamefully I don't know, because he's a great actor.
Dude, I mean, like, come on. It's, of course, everyone who was around him is gonna feel, and probably is, complicit.
Oh, so complicit.
And they're gonna, and like when any fucking empire starts falling, everyone starts pointing fingers. I didn't know what was going on.
I didn't know what was going on. There was one guy. One guy.
That's what he's preparing himself for court. Like,
his PA's on the show.
Oh shit.
Personal assistant, right? Oh. He's on the show, and he's like, Robert used to go down to the high school. I don't know what he was doing there. I used to organize meetups. And he was like, when Aaliyah, so many things were going on with Aaliyah at the time, and Aaliyah was so young. I was like, Rob, is this true? Is this what is you do? You're not doing anything with Aaliyah, are you? He said to me, no, man, no, I'd never. No, are you crazy? I'd never do that. And I was like, okay. And later he called me and he's like, Aaliyah's in trouble. She's pregnant. And I was like, oh man, that's all. You know why? Because I genuinely believed him that nothing was going on. I believed him. So I went down to Chicago and they got married. And I had to forge papers that said she was 18. You're like, you're fucking full of shit, dude. You are so full of shit. How could you pretend that you didn't know what was going on this late in the game?
The gravy train engine was so loud they couldn't even hear their own voice, their own thoughts.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Maybe I shouldn't allow this guy to be a fucking awful pedo.
But I love
making money.
And fucking women and all the shit that comes with being in R. Kelly's like entourage, man. And also they probably thought, look, I'm going for like regular aged women.
Yeah.
R. Kelly's going for the younger. I don't want anything to do with that.
To do with his young women.
But
regular age women, get the fuck out of town.
You know what I mean?
I'm all about that lifestyle.
I'm picking up all these
super regular aged.
You know what I mean? It's fucking sick, man. It's sick.
Let me tell you something though.
Was it good?
He wrote a song for Michael Jackson. You Were Not Alone.
Did he write that?
He wrote that.
Damn.
Wow. One of the greatest songs of all time, written by two prolific pedophiles.
Pedos are doing it for themselves, man.
I bet that kid wishes he was alone.
Oh,
slap it.
You know what I mean?
No.
He wrote that.
We should cut it out. We should cut out the high five.
He wrote that. Damn.
Yeah. Well, the way they drop it in the documentary is unbelievable. It's worth watching just for the way they drop this.
I did for ages. I've been wanting to see that fucking documentary, but hey, you should have warned me that you were gonna fucking. Then we could have talk shit about how dumb that guy's voice was that kept saying he didn't want anything to do with it. I don't want no part of that. Let
me tell you though, he.
Was Tupac in the
Tupac was not involved, thankfully. Oh. He may have been, but he wasn't in the documentary. He died. He died many years ago. Oh, right, okay. 97?
6.
Just before Princess Diana.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Do you know who died 1 week before Princess Diana? Mother Teresa.
No, Versace.
Yes. Mother Teresa. And Versace!
Versace,
oh
yeah.
my god. No, I think Versace was...
Not Versace?
Right
I don't know.
afterwards?
Who was the one that she was at the funeral of, and then she died a few weeks later?
Versace. Yeah, or Mother Teresa, because Mother Teresa died.
I think it was.
They all died. 97 was a bad year.
Yeah. Biggie died.
Biggie Smalls?
Biggie died. And
Versace.
Do you remember that year where like loads of celebrities died?
2 years ago.
What was that? 2017?
Yeah.
Was
or
it only
2016.
I think it was 2017. Fucking hell, it's only 2 years ago. That was hilarious, man. I laughed riot, bro.
It was
people
a comedy.
People died every 2 seconds. It was fucking surreal because like you just
started with Bowie.
Yeah.
Started with Motorhead
and Wogan. I think Wogan died later on.
Terry Wogan's dead.
I think Terry Wogan died.
Terry Wogan died. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, man, fucking. It was for me. I would like expect because it happens so frequently. I was like, who's going to be next? And then it'll just come up like Ramsay Nesbit is dead.
Who's Ramsay Nesbit?
Do you know the Scottish guy that used to he did that comedy show where he was like an alcoholic, like family man who had like a fucking like shower cap on his head back in the 90s. And he had like a fucking, we'll put it back up here.
Family?
No, man. And he always had like a string vest on. Ramsay Nesbit.
The royal, was it the...
It sounds like that. But he was just a drunk.
Do you know
Scottish
the show
guy.
that I'm talking about?
Royal Family,
The Royal Family.
Yeah.
Because the woman in the Royal Family did die.
In 2017.
I don't know, but someone died. Anyhow, back to the jokes.
Yeah, let's do it. Man.
Let's keep coming thick and fast.
So, what was the second film that you saw?
Actually, Surviving R. Kelly was a bonus bit. There are actually 2 extra films that extra.
Well, thanks, man.
Yeah, it's a embarrassment of riches.
What were the other? What was the first?
My first one was a film called In the Tall Grass. Let me tell you right now, this is a Stephen King adaptation of a fucking, I guess, a story that he wrote about a woman who gets lost in tall grass with her brother. So they're driving they're driving across the Midwest, and then they stop, and they hear a little kid being like, "Can you go?" I'm about to spoil the shit out of this movie. I don't care if you. I don't.
Doesn't sound that.
I don't care. It's all right. It's okay. But I mean, like, it won't. The film won't be made worse by knowing what happens.
How tall is this grass?
It's above. It's really tall. It's like cornfield tall, but it's not. It's not cornfield. It's just.
I
grass.
thought it was like mega tall, like 100 feet tall.
No, if you jump, you can look over it.
Oh, okay.
But it's just taller than a human.
Yeah.
So they go looking for this kid who's trapped in the tall grass. And then they just can never get out. They just never can get out.
That's it.
Yeah.
They just like set up camp.
Yeah.
So they're just lost in the grass, yeah.
Lost in the grass. And
scary stuff happens, like something comes.
Some scary stuff happens. What's really scary is there are some grass people that just look like normal people, but with grass on their face. And you know what? That's some scary shit. One dude in the... I've had this thing about getting lost recently.
Yeah.
I have dementia early
Sounds
onset.
like it, yeah.
And there's one dude who lives in the grass, and he loves living in the grass, and he's all about living in the grass. He's like, come touch the rock. Come touch the rock.
Yeah.
And they're like, we don't want to touch the rock, dude. He's like, but if you touch the rock, you'll love living in the grass.
Oh.
And at one point, it struck me as like, you know, you're lost in this grass.
Yeah.
I would be weak enough to touch that fucking rock. I'd be like, yeah, I want to...
Because then I want to love it here.
But they're like dead set on escaping the grass.
Yeah.
Whereas I'd have been like, I just want to love it.
Well, I guess like, it's all about the perception of your world, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're right. I think after a while, you'll be like, well, living in the grass and hating it is shit.
Yeah.
But what about living in the grass and loving it?
I love it.
You know what I mean?
I love it.
How much did he like? Was he convincing with how much he loved it?
So convincing.
He was like he loved the grass.
Loved living in the grass.
But then you know what? That sounds like bad writing.
Big time loved it.
Big time
loved it. I'll tell you that for free.
I gotta say, man, Mr. King. Like.
Anyway, so she was also pregnant. Quite an important story plot. that I left out. And at one point, the grass goes up her clutch and is like grabbing the baby.
It's got like its own brain, the grass.
Yeah.
It's even stupider.
Stupid.
I'm not rating it.
He
writes too many books, bro.
I'll tell you right now, I fell asleep. So I don't know how it ends. I do know how it ends, but I don't know how it got to the end. At one point, her ex-boyfriend is there, and he's yelling, "Don't come in the grass!" Yeah. And so it's them back in time, and then they don't go in the grass. I don't know why the grass has time power.
You shouldn't have fallen asleep, bro.
I know, it's such a...
You're like, that can't be right, bro. Some time back, maybe.
Why is there time power?
Maybe. The grass has, like, grabbing babies through
clunge grabbing ability.
It's like...
that grass is like...
So fucking time might be nothing to them.
That grass is like Harvey Weinstein, you know? Ooh.
Pretty good, Ben.
Pretty good. It wasn't that good, actually.
About a year and a half late. I love it, man.
Why would grass be like Harvey Weinstein? I don't think the grass got any sexual pleasure out of touching her in her clutch. They wanted to kill the baby.
They wanted the baby. So what happened to the kid that they went after?
They saved him.
They saved him. It wasn't like a fake grass kid.
No, well, what happened was... So, because of the time power, they got to the point where the mum and dad of the kid... Yeah. So, somehow, they got the kid into, like, a grass church. And then, as his mum and dad and him were driving up to the grass, he came, like... What happened? He came, like, running out and was like, "Don't go in there!"
Okay.
So they didn't go in there. But then he had just been by himself, so that can't have been right.
You shouldn't have fallen asleep.
He ran out and shouted that at someone. Anyway, the ex-boyfriend who knocked this girl up, I can't remember his name either, Tyler.
That sounds very much like a film name.
He sacrificed himself to save everyone.
Okay. Sounds classic.
Classic. But what's funny is that he...
is a grass man. He should just been a grass lover.
Him and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
So what's funny is I think the story was originally written like about an 18-year-old couple. Okay. Because she's giving up her baby for adoption. Right? She's giving up her baby for adoption.
What an 18-year-old might do, yeah.
And because her boyfriend wasn't ready for the responsibility.
Yeah.
But the actors are both clearly in their late 30s.
Yeah, I love it.
And it's like, I feel like if you're in your late 30s and you get someone pregnant, you just got to be like, all right.
I got to do that.
I got to
I got to
live with this.
Not be like, I can't handle it.
I can't handle it.
Yeah, 36 years of my life I've not been prepared.
I'm not ready.
I'm
not ready at 36 to settle down. I want to have more anyway, but then she disappears, so he goes looking for them. Turns out they've been in this grass for months.
So, well, you know what he should have done is if he was like, I'm accepting sacrificing myself, he should have quickly ran to the grass rock.
Sure.
Been like, boom, I now love it.
I'll touch the rock. That's not a bad point. Also, what's messed up is that he came into the grass after them, so they could have also saved him. Maybe I shouldn't have fallen asleep.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't have.
The only film I've ever fallen asleep in is...
I wasn't in the cinema. This was in my bed.
Oh,
I
really?
This film in my bed.
Oh, have you ever fallen asleep in a cinema?
Yes, once. I'll tell you about that afterwards. It's very funny.
Fell asleep watching two films. Minions.
What?
And I think...
Why are you watching Minions?
I watched Minions 2, I think, and I think it was the Kingsman as well. And the reason why, both of those films I watched on two of the hottest days.
But there's always air conditioning in the cinema.
Not in Cineworld. Not in Cineworld. And then every single part of Lord of the Rings I've fallen asleep.
Yeah, because every single part of Lord of the Rings is 3 hours longer than it needs to be.
I'm like, when it gets to about 2 and a bit hours, I'm like, this is perfect to end.
Why is Minions 2.5 hours long?
It wasn't that long. It was just sweltering in that. It was so fucking hot in that cinema. It was so hot. And when I watched Kingsman as well, it was fucking boiling as well. And they were 2 separate years. 2 separate hottest days. Just shouldn't go to the cinema on the hottest day of the year.
Especially if there's no air conditioning.
It's fucked up, man.
I fell asleep during The Time Machine, starring Samantha Mumba. and it turns out it's because I had food poisoning, and then I shat my pants on the way home, and then I continued to shit my pants for 3 days. Use a fucking toilet, Ben. You know when you're so food poisoned that every time you fart,
you shit yourself.
You shit yourself. I was a little kid. How old was I? It must have been.
I've done that as a teenager.
Must have been 12. No, I must have been a teenager, pre-teen or teenager, early teenager.
I say Samantha Mumba was famous in 1997.
Really?
So you probably were like 8.
No.
You were probably like 8.
I was older than 8. I don't have any memories from when I was 8.
Yeah. What the fuck happened to Samantha Mumba, man? She's just fucking...
I don't know. She was great for a while.
Yeah,
she tried to pursue an acting career.
Yeah.
She was in the worst
Was
film
she in
I've
like
ever
Doctor
watched.
Who?
She was in The Time Machine.
Maybe I'm thinking of The
H.G.
Time
Wells.
Machine.
And finally,
Similar.
last film I watched. This film is funny because it has 2 names, depending on what region you watch it in. In our region, Great Britain, it's called There's a Stranger Outside.
Okay. In Germany?
In America, I imagine it's called that all over Europe. Das a Stranger Outside.
That's a stranger, yeah.
Das a Stranger. Anyway. In America, it's called Babysitter Nightmare.
Terrible name.
This is easily the worst film I've ever watched in my entire life.
What was it? Wait, they're both shit titles, actually. This is like thinking they're both fucking shit. Why did they change it between Europe and
I don't know.
America?
There must have been some serial killer court case going on in America. America's chock full of school shooters and serial killers.
Yeah.
And there must have been a serial killer who called himself the Babysitter Nightmare. This is all speculation.
That's a sick name, actually. No.
I'm the Babysitter Nightmare. I come into your dreams.
Isn't that Freddy Krueger, bro?
Yeah.
Literally just describing.
Yes.
But yeah.
Anyway, so this is a film about babysitters
babysitter.
that keep getting murdered. Shunk up, brother.
Yeah.
Shunk up. And let me tell you, this film is
In the hood.
terrible. No, in the richest, nice area. It's just an excuse for like young women to dress saucy.
Yeah, and then get murdered.
Except not that many people get murdered in this film. And very few, in fact, which is quite frustrating because you're just waiting for them to get murdered. And then it turns out the woman, like, the only other person in the film is the murderer. And you're like, oh, yeah, obviously. And she murdered these kids for, like, crazy... Okay, all right,
Was it a woman?
Let's get started. The main character in this film is called, like, Brittany Hope, I believe.
Okay.
And she starts the film as a doctor.
Okay.
She gets fired.
So babysitting is the next.
So the next thing that she does is babysitting. This is the economy's going down the toilet, people.
Does she at least say like, oh, I'm between jobs, or she like babysits for me?
Her mate is like, you should become a babysitter.
Because you're obviously a shit doctor.
Because you're a shit doctor. She wasn't a doctor, she was a nurse. That was.
Oh, okay. Oh, I guess that's a bit
not
more.
Even close. Not even close.
Not really.
Babysitters what teenagers do.
Yeah.
Nurses save lives, dude.
Exactly.
You're gonna get some fucking angry tweets.
I want the angry text messages. Bring them in. Ask Hassan why he's such a dickhead.
Why are you dead inside? So it turns out the reason she was fired is because she killed a little kid by like sitting on his face.
Jesus.
And then she just didn't give him insulin or some shit. And it turns out it's his mum that's killing all these babysitters. Now what's funny is that explains why she wants to kill her, but it doesn't explain why she killed the other babysitters in the film. And so the other babysitters in the film, they have to, for some reason, instead of her just being a serial killer like in every other movie that's a slasher, they have her like explain why every babysitter she killed wronged her in some way.
Fucking hell, how many babysitters does she have?
Just one other. She
kills two. She
kills one.
And attempts
to kill the other, but succeeds in killing the other's mate.
Okay.
And that one just dies.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah,
also the only black person in the film. Jesus. So gets the shit murdered out of her. Let me tell you also, the most awful black stereotype of a human being that's ever been. Like literally, like
braids flying everywhere. Terrible. Fucking.
Bring him,
Is it an all-female cast then?
No, mostly. Oh. Except for there's a little kid in the film, kid being babysit.
Yeah.
And he is annoying.
Wait, how old is he?
He must have been in his early 20s, but he's playing a 12-year-old, and he is hamming it up. This kid is having a good time on this film, man. He is just being in movies.
Was this like, it sounds like the budget for the film in general
was $8 quid.
Was probably fucking terrible, man.
Yeah, it was terrible.
God damn. So how does it end? Oh, you said, so they tries to kill
She kills her black friend.
But surely...
And then she fails in killing her.
So what did the other babysitter do?
She falls off a ladder at one point.
Yeah.
She falls off a ladder. What happens is that one of them's climbing a ladder and then pushes her over.
Yeah.
Pushes the killer over.
Yeah.
And then the killer is knocked out cold for 40 minutes. And they don't escape. They somehow manage to knock
Just trying to
out.
fucking figure out how
There's
a
a point where they keep cutting
works.
to this killer
Yeah.
lying on the floor, out cold,
And they're just
for 20 minutes.
trying to remember the number for the police.
I don't know how to get out of the house.
Shit.
Oh no, she does kill she kills the boyfriend of the
Of the first one.
second babysitter.
Okay. Wait, so she kills the second babysitter.
Brittany Hope. There's one scene where Brittany Hope is walking around in a bathrobe.
Beautiful. I don't even know what she looks like, but I'm sure they cast her well.
Fully open, small, everything. But she's she has abs like Cristiano Ronaldo, rock hard abs.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Why is this nurse babysitter so fucking strong?
Yeah.
And why is she scared of this middle-aged woman? No, I mean, we spoke about an 82-year-old bodybuilder in this very episode, but let me tell you, the killer is not a bodybuilder.
Or maybe it's just fear of conflict.
Probably also knives.
Knives, yeah. Usually a killer will come out with a weapon.
It'd be awful.
And they got I think I'll be worried about someone coming to attack me because they have the lust to kill me. I just want to chill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm I've not really got the same fire in my belly as they do.
Got a knife in your belly.
Got a knife. I'll probably end up with a knife. So what I want to know is, so the one that killed the protagonist, the one who killed the baby at the beginning.
No baby.
No, they killed the kid. So, without giving the insulin shot.
Or whatever.
What? That sounds way worse than anything another babysitter could have done. What did the other babysitter do?
The other babysitter. So it turns out the murderer. So her son died in hospital in this woman's care. That's why she's trying to kill her.
Yeah.
The first babysitter died. Apparently, they explain it in one sentence in the film. She had an affair with her ex-husband.
Fucking hell. Babysitters, eh? Kill your babies, sleep with your husband. You gotta watch out.
So I feel bad for the killer, because sympathetic. Murderer.
Yeah,
She's
exactly.
only murdering babysitters that have it coming.
Yeah,
She's
exactly.
not murdering. And their mates.
And boyfriends.
And boyfriends, yeah. Ex-boyfriends.
But you shouldn't really be, it's bad company. You shouldn't really be hanging out with baby killers.
Baby killers.
I
should still be a doctor. She was upset with her boyfriend for not standing up for her.
What, during the trial?
During the baby killer trial. And her boyfriend was like, he did die in your care. And she was like, I can't believe you said that. It was but he did die in her care.
Yeah. But
she was meant to not kill the baby.
But
and she did kill him. She's responsible for the baby dying.
Yeah. It's a tough one.
And in America, you pay a lot of money for fucking visiting the doctor. You know what? In the NHS Kill My Baby, I'm like, fair enough. It was free. It was for free. I don't have to pay it.
I didn't have to pay
My
anything.
baby didn't die. My baby died, but I'm not bankrupt. This woman, she had to pay good money for her baby to die. Her baby's dead, and then they're like, also, you owe us a shitload of money, dude.
How do you give a bill to someone like that? I just don't get it.
Imagine someone gives you a bill, and they're like, yeah, we killed your baby. Here's the bill. What happens if I don't pay that bill? Are you going to fucking take away my fucking dead baby?
Yeah, man.
You better not.
Because I want that baby.
I want that baby.
I want that
I'm a sick murderer.
Yeah. Jesus, yeah, that's a very good, that's a fine point.
Yeah.
America's fucked up, man.
Ooh, all our listeners.
Probably the majority, man, but...
we have 24 views.
But at least, God bless America.
16 of them are us.
God bless America.
God bless America.
Can
we put a picture of America up on the screen?
Just the nation.
It's Thanksgiving on Friday.
That just went. That just went. Right? Because it is a week from the 26th of November.
We're sick
whatever
people.
that is. The 3rd of December, maybe?
Yeah, the week that was. What did you get for Black Friday?
I got PS6.
Wow. Who did you vote for in the election a week from now? But 2 weeks
2
from when we
weeks.
record the
Wait a
episode about the
second.
election.
Yeah. Theresa May. Theresa May.
Theresa May, am I right? You know what I mean.
Oh man, no wonder she was in power, man. She's smoking.
Sexist.
She was
sexist. Hassan, dear Hassan.
Sure.
These people emailed in at this site, don.folasko@gmail.com. You can also send us a message at don_Folasko on Twitter.
Yes.
And also follow us on Instagram, where we are currently unbanned.
Yay, we got banned for a bit, but
Yeah.
don't know why we got banned.
The episode where we talk about being banned
Maybe.
goes up tomorrow,
Yeah.
and we're already unbanned.
Yeah.
How funny is that?
Well,
We gotta fix the schedule because tomorrow we're gonna tell the people who are our biggest fans that we're banned from Instagram when we're not banned from Instagram.
We just need to talk about things that happen to our lives
A week in the future.
A week in the future,
We
yeah.
need to think about a week in the future. Not a week in the past. They were 2 weeks behind.
So I could be like, Ben, how's your stab wounds?
Before I got stabbed.
Yeah, and like I'll be like talking about my dick extension.
Naturally.
all types of things. Yeah. Anyway, so these are text messages, right?
So no, you can get through to us any which way. These aren't text messages. They are in text form.
So you have to decipher.
These came to us via email at don.folasko@gmail.com.
Don.Folasko. DONFALASKO
ASKO at gmail.com. .biz.
Better believe it, baby.
Better believe it, baby. All right, dear Hassan, I have really small, gross fingers. And I don't think I will ever find love because of it.
Yeah.
Also, my father locked me in the basement for 16 years. What do you think the best way for me to find a girlfriend is? Love, Bertie Smelly Gob.
Surely that's like a nickname.
No, that's a surname.
That's a surname. Smelly Gob.
Bertie Smelly Gob.
Smelly Gob. Well, change your surname first.
Do you think so?
Man. I think to dissociate yourself from the Smelly Gob and the
Especially if your
abusive
father was such an abusive man.
Yeah, and the abusive father.
Why do you even want the name Smelly Gob? Maybe he changed his name to Smelly Gob.
Yeah, maybe his father's name was like Smith. And he was like, needs something completely different.
Morrissey.
I'm gonna, yeah, maybe. He's like, brand new world, brand new day.
I'm Dave Smelly Gob.
Maybe
He spent the years you would normally learn what a smelly gob is, locked in a basement.
Yeah, maybe. I think, the small fingers is maybe the least of your issues. I think. But
what do you think his dad would shout at him in the basement?
You
little fingers!
Jack, grow your fingers! I'll never love you. I could, sorry, Smelly God, Mrs. Smelly God, but I kind of see where your dad's coming from. Because if they're tiny fingers, you think he's got like a regular palm, but just like...
Regular palm? Of course he has a regular palm.
And the thickness of his fingers, the thickness, or do you think they're like really thin? Tiny, like little dinky... Like fucking someone like stuck a couple pins in a cushion or some shit.
I hope that they're really thin.
I hope he's...
Smelly Gob, Bertie Smelly Gob, please get in touch to let us know how thin your fingers are.
Yeah.
Because we can picture them really little and gross. Probably has really dirty nails. Because he specifically says gross. You can just clean your nails.
We want to show our audience what kind of fingers you're dealing with, so,
Get through to us. How do you think you'll find... answer his question though. How do you think you can find true love?
Oh shit, yeah, that was his question.
Prostitutes, probably.
It's just, I think, literally by accident. I think there's no other way. He's just going to have to, like...
Do you think there's anyone in
trip
history...
up and find it?
Who's ever visited a prostitute just enough times that they fall in love?
I think some people probably do that on their first visit, man.
What?
Yeah.
Anyway, dear Hassan, I love my wife more than anything.
Good for you.
Her beautiful eyes, her slender arms, her angelic singing voice,
Jesus.
and of course her huge tits. She is the best thing that has ever happened to me. So why do I cry? That's from Mark Gilroy.
Don't know. Maybe the tits aren't big enough.
Do you think they just aren't big enough?
They're just not big enough.
So are they soapy? You've said they're big, but if they're not soapy,
Then it's pointless. They could just be big and crap. Maybe that's what's going on. What was the name? What was the name of this?
Mark Gilroy.
Mark Gilroy. I'm like, is Gilroy a name? Gilroy.
It sounds like
Kilroy.
Robert Kilroy.
I know Kilroy.
Kilroy was he had a great name. Do you think that's why he became such a prolific racist?
Probably, yeah.
What do you think about that? Why does he cry? Why does Gilroy say it? Why does Mark Gilroy cry?
I think,
even though he loves his wife so much.
I think he puts too much emphasis on the physical attraction of someone, and that probably says a lot about his personality.
He's quite shallow.
He's quite shallow, so man. Obviously, if he's looking at things in terms of the physical world only, then he's setting himself up for a lot of heartache. And what you need to do, you need to just fucking
divorce his wife.
Kill your wife.
Wow.
And then that's when you really understand.
Wear her skin?
No, I think no, because then you detach yourself from the material world. Once you do that, you kind of like it's cathartic experience to like maybe like strangle her like for 20 minutes.
Strangle.
Yeah, and then. If you don't feel better immediately, let us know. Well, no, I'll say text us.
You don't think so?
Get in contact and just be
How
like.
How long after killing your wife do you think the guilt would make you turn yourself in?
50. How long? How old am I? Okay, so I'll live for another 50 years, maybe. Probably 51 years.
51 years.
51 years.
No shame. Hassan.
Yeah.
Dear Hassan. This one is quite troubling, actually. It comes from Anonymous.
They're all quite grim. I mean, like, our viewers... Fucking hell, man.
What's wrong with them?
They need to fucking...
Lighten up!
Yeah, man. Can we get some funny ones in? Like... Don't know, or like some, like, you know, men help tips. Sorry, like, how do you shave your moustache or something?
We do get actually quite a lot of funny messages. I don't think to read them.
Okay, well, you know...
Leave the jokes to us.
Please.
So, anyway, this comes from Anonymous. He doesn't leave a name, or she doesn't leave a name.
Okay.
Sometimes when my mother is very angry, I will wish for her to disappear. And you know what happens? She does.
To the shops.
I unlocked these powers when I was in bed one night. No one in the hospital believed me. And my mum is nowhere to be found. But I know where she is. I know.
Where is she?
Not technically a question.
I really fucking want to know where she is. Who was that from? Anonymous.
Anonymous.
That is fucking creepy, man.
Yeah. Do you think he has the disappearing mum powers that we all wish we had?
Yeah, maybe. I think he
Love you, mum.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? I don't agree with what Ben just said there. I mean, if he is really making his mum disappear, this is like a breakthrough in science, you know? Yeah. And I think he needs to really, I know it's like, it's something you discover that's amazing for you, but if you want the progression of man, then you're gonna have to tell the doctors.
Yeah.
But
they tell no one in the hospital believes him.
Oh, so he's well, we believe you. How about get in contact? I believe him.
You believe him? He can disappear his mum? I think he's killed his. I think it's clear that he's killed his mum and buried her in the woods.
Well, so there's nothing in that says that. It's not clear. It looks like.
Listen to this last sentence. No one in the hospital believes me though.
Yeah.
And my mum is nowhere to be found, but I know where she is.
Yeah, because he's making her disappear. So of course he knows, because he's the one making her go.
So make her reappear, dude.
Yeah, but he doesn't want her around. I'm saying, look, get in contact and let us know how you're doing this magical stuff.
He unlocked. What are you talking about? He unlocked the power in bed.
But okay, we need to know like what the circumstances were.
We need a bit
more information because
that's
there are times where we need people to disappear and we just don't know how.
Yeah.
And you might have the answer, man, and you're hogging it, really.
Yeah.
This is selfish.
Yes, you're 100% right.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny is that I honestly believe if you had like crazy mutant powers, would you tell the government?
I think I would.
You think you would?
I mean,
you don't think they would cut your fucking head open and your dick open?
Well, maybe my dick, because mine was super sex powers. Ladies out there. So they might cut my dick off to find out what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
But no, I think I would. I think I would be like, look, just cut me open, kill me, figure out what's going on. I'm the benefit of science. Like, that's what I'll do.
So you'd let them kill you
straight
for the benefit of science.
Straight there. Got nothing to live for apart from the 2 gallons of milk I get every day.
From that man, from the corner shop.
Apart from that, I got nothing really.
Could you imagine? Why would you ask anyone who works in the corner shop if they were your mate? Unless you were actually mates with them outside of the corner shop. No one in a shop is your mate.
It felt real, Ben. It felt
real?
It felt like I could tell them anything. You know, about where I buried the bodies.
Wow.
You know.
Why do you hurt? What is the problem? What is the problem here?
The location of the weapon.
Alright. Dear Hassan, this one starts off quite angry. Ah!
No, we got 4. Oh, because
my husband loves it when we smoke cigs together. Can I continue?
What a fucking dumb fucking... Alright. I'm sorry to laugh. What was the lady's name? Who's it from?
Her name is Helen Mooring.
Sorry, Helen. It's a good pastime. I'm sure your husband's fucking loving it. Sorry.
Well, she started quite angry.
Yeah.
My husband loves it when we smoke cigs together. Sorry. I told him I want to stop, but he loves it too much. Smoking cigs is, of course, a euphemism for dogging.
Oh, shit. Okay. Fucking hell. And that's where the comes from.
I guess so. She doesn't want to smoke cigarettes anymore.
So, I think you gotta let him be free. And then, what do they say? If he comes back...
Yeah.
It's forever yours.
He'll love you more than your life itself.
Exactly.
If he goes away forever, he's probably dead.
Yeah.
That's the quote, isn't it?
And it's somewhere in a forest or something with a fucking dildo up his
He got disappeared by anonymous.
Probably, and his super.
Now you see
powers. It. Yeah, now you see it. Now you don't powers.
Oh, I like that. That's a funny killer, isn't it? The Babysitter Nightmare, and now you see it. Now you don't. They could team up and just fucking
terrorize Arkham, not Arkham, Gotham.
Babysitters.
But yeah.
All right. Well.
Fucking hell. Well, if you want to send more questions to either of us.
Look at what's going on here. Part of me wants to finish this episode soon so we know what we're recording over.
Oh, it's just some shit. Remember, you want to get in contact? Yeah, just come to my house. I live at 5.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
Shit. Gonna
bleep
that out. Couldn't think of a fake address, could I? But you don't know what flat number. Just I might put it here as well. In the background. It's just like a picture of me walking into my doors. Alright, well, yeah, send in your questions. Let us know. But yeah, well, wow, we're literally about
to finish. Guys, thank you so much for listening. We have been Don Folasko Entertainment. I'm Ben Mansour.
This is Hassan Al-Kholi.
Please subscribe, like,
save the children,
comment. Don't click the bell icon. We're not desperate, all right? We're not fucking weirdos. If you click the bell icon, that's your choice, but we're not telling you to do that. Live your life. I don't click that bell icon. I subscribe to lots of people. I never click the bell icon. Let me tell you why. Desperation.
Yeah.
It's desperate.
Yeah.
I get a text message being like, Dave has put something up on YouTube. I don't give a shit, Dave.
Yeah. Just don't click the bell.
Don't click the bell. But, like and comment.
Maybe click the bell.
If you want to. Thanks for listening.